Hello again, everyone. Scoons Comics here with another exciting, oh so thrilling comic book haul. Yes, people, I can't be stopped. All from Half Price Books. You can see the brown backing boards on a lot of these. A lot of these I haven't taken out of the original bags and boards yet. It is my normal eclectic haul. I got there and they had 3 long boxes that had not gone to the floor yet, and they hadn't have the stickers on them yet, but they were all $1.50. The guy got there, the normal lady that runs the department was not there, and the people said, well, those are all $1.50, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And I got a few keys, I got some nice books, nothing major that people would consider major, but okay, let me explain kind of the theme that happened here. A lot of 80s books, early 80s, around 1982. A lot of these are. So one of the first books I saw was this one, DC Comics Presents number 51, featuring Superman and the Atom. There's nothing key about this. There's one of these 16-page previews of Masters of the Universe. Well, like 8 comics that month had that, so you know, kind of a key. I'm sure somebody really wants this for their He-Man collection. But look at this. I will not rest until you've been avenged, Superman. It's the Atom on like Superman's tombstone with the Superman in the sky, very Mufasa, Lion King, right? So I saw this and I just thought, this looks like a fun comic. And man, I just sat there for a second and I thought, isn't that what it's really all about? Like, and I'm as guilty as anybody. We put all these videos up of speculation, keys, top 5 keys to invest in, top 10 sleeper keys, speculation books, what books are going to be hot the next year, what should you invest in now? But all of us, I should hope all of us, at one point started our collection by finding something that just made us go, oh man, that looks like a lot of fun. And I saw this and I kind of changed my attitude towards what I was going to pick up here, because they're all $1.50. And I was like, you know what? Let's see what books also look just fun and that I want to read. This is a fun read, by the way. I like this comic a lot. So we also had Detective Comics 515. Look at all the fun going on this cover. The colors are amazing. It's a little beat. It's got like some color staining right here. Oh, look at that. But it just looks fun. There's a great Conway story in here about a college for killers, where this guy, the headmaster, teaches people to become villains. And it's a really fun story, and there's all kind of good stuff in here. And it made me want to pick it up. So yeah, just don't ever be afraid to pick up a comic that's not going to necessarily increase in value. Like, if you find something cheap, by God, get it. It's going to be fun. Comics are fun. Oh, comics are also beautiful. Look at this. I don't have a whole lot of Warlord. I enjoy Mike Grell a great deal, but I don't have a whole lot of his stuff. But man, I saw this book and I had to get it. It needs some cleaning, desperately. Warlord Annual number 1. Look at this cover. Look how cool this looks. Beautiful. I didn't hesitate. I just picked it up. Such a cool looking book. I like annuals anyway, because they're usually one and done stories. Remember when comics used to be one and done? And just looking at some of these comics, my God, there's so much more in these comics than current comics. Ugh. Made me sad for what's on the shelves now, by and large. There's still good things being published, I know, but whew, that's pretty. Speaking of pretty, look at this. Picked this up. I keep finding these New Teen Titans books. New Teen Titans featuring this beautiful, New Teen Titans number 6, this beautiful George Perez painted cover. And then artwork by Dan Jurgens. I love Dan Jurgens. I was excited to see his Teen Titans, so I picked this up, absolutely. There are a few random 90s Marvel books in here. Here's Peter Parker Spider-Man number 78. I just picked this one up because it looked fun. I love John Romita Jr.'s art. Morbius. The living vampire is attacking. Oh man, what's going to happen to Spidey? I got to read this. And then this one looked fun. Spider-Man Unlimited number 20. featuring Nightlife of the Living Dead. I haven't read this yet, but the cover made me chuckle, so I picked it up. Plus, it's a newsstand, so if nothing else, I'll put this on my spinner rack for something fun to just read some night, you know. Man, I don't have enough of these books. I enjoy the writer, I love the artist. Detective Comics number 855. This is Greg Rucka writing and J.H. Williams III on art. I've enjoyed J.H. Williams III for a long time. It's Prometheus stuff, it's Batman stuff with Grant Morrison. Just some amazing artwork. So very happy to find that for $1.50. And then the next issue, 856. So that was pretty damn cool. Okay, so now we got our keys coming up, right? So I did find a few fun things. DC Comics presents number 52, Superman Doom Patrol, first appearance of Ambush Bug. I know Ambush Bug is a wacky series and character at DC. He had a great guest appearance on the last episode of Batman Brave and the Bold several years ago now. But first appearance, so that was really cool. They had a bunch of DC Comics presents, which I may have to go back and get more because they're just fun. But I had a giant stack here and I didn't want to go crazy. Another issue of Witchblade, but this one's a key. Witchblade number 10. This is the first appearance of the Darkness. Hot Image character for a while. I forget the character's name. Jackie something. It's a hitman for the mob. First appearance. So again, Image fun, cool, Top Cow, $1.50. Yeah, I'll pick that up. Here's another quote-unquote key. DC Comics presents number 77, Superman and the Forgotten Heroes. I believe this is the first appearance of the Forgotten Foes, a group of bad guys who, again, you know, anytime you get a first appearance of a character from DC Marvel in the 70s or 80s or 90s, it's, you know, worth picking up for $1.50, absolutely. I picked up a bunch of these Firestorm. This one I picked up just because it's got one of these Masters of the Universe previews. Here's Fury of Firestorm number 6. I don't know if this is a key, I think, except for this Masters of the Universe, but I like Firestorm, cool character. So here's the first Firestorm number 7, first appearance of Plastique, excuse me. Again, these are all very minor keys, to be generous. Firestorm number 17, first appearance of Firehawk. Okay, cool. Firestorm number 53, first appearance of Silver Sade, excuse me. Whoever that is. I don't know if this is a key at all, but I liked the cover, so I picked it up. Firestorm number 65. I think this is the first appearance of the new Firestorm. I could be wrong. I don't know a whole lot about Firestorm, but I can learn. $1.50 each. Oh my gosh, this next one I was so excited to get. This has been on my radar for a long time, but I haven't hunted it that extensively because I just wanted to find it in a cheap bin, and by God, I finally did. Warlord number 63. Great Mike Grell cover. Masters of the Universe preview. But this, I do believe, is the first published artwork of Dan Jurgens. I love Dan Jurgens. Dan Jurgens, great Superman artist, writer. This is his first work in comics. Very cool to have it. It's not worth much as far as a key, but man, for somebody who's done so much for the industry, his first published work, very cool thing to have. Here's one that was very hot a few years ago. I picked it up. Avengers 233. This iconic Hawkeye and Ant-Man cover. I've got a couple copies of this, but, you know, $1.50, I'll pick that up. DC Comics presents Annual number 2, featuring Superwoman. Great Gil Kane cover here. I think I have a copy of this, but I like it and it's in nice shape, so I picked it up. Oh man. The Spider-Man Clone Saga is terrible for many reasons. We all know them. If you don't, God bless you. But I saw this and it just screamed that whole series in that time so much I had to pick it up. Spider-Man Maximum Clonage Alpha #1. Oh, God, terrible. But it's part of comic history, man. And every so often I get it in my mind's eye. Like now that I've completed these important good runs, Superman, Death of Superman, Batman Nightfall, I'm like, can I put the Spider Clone saga together? But you really can't because it's so unwieldy and everything's a crossover with it, and there's no it's not even a story. It's just everywhere. But I picked this up because why not? And then I got Batman and the Outsiders #1. I always pick this up. It's $1.50. I mean, come on, Batman and the Outsiders #1. Great cover, cool Batman story. This is the first Wolverine versus Punisher, I believe. Punisher War Journal #6. I see people really enjoying this Jim Lee cover a lot. I picked it up just because of that. I'll probably use this as a trade bait at some point in time, but you know, cool book. And then I got 2 more books, man. How these made it? You know what else drove me nuts? This place. Remember last week? I think it was last week. I said I went through all the half-price books, and that the young lady price checked me on the 2 Amazing Spider-Man books that I wanted. Everything else from that box was out on the shelves, man. She didn't price check anything else, I don't think. So if I just kept my mouth shut, but then it would have hit general population. Somebody else could have grabbed it. I'm fighting some other collector there who comes and like every so often they'll tell me, oh, someone was just here going through these books behind the counter that you're asking to see. I'm like, no, those are mine. Anyway, look at this. Superman 219, 15 center, $1.50. Yeah, I'll pick that up all day long. And more importantly, this one right here, Superman 174 from 1965. Silver Age Superman for $1.50. Now, I know these are hokey, and I know these are wacky fun. There's some keys, but not many, and they're not highly sought after by the collecting community. It's from 1965. It's Superman. $1.50? Yes, I will pick that up. I had to clean this up. If you go to my Instagram page, you can see the before and after this because it was really dirty. So I at least wanted to give it a good cleaning. Could still use a little work, but $1.50, man. How cool is that? And that's what I have, people. That is this week. I got a lot of new subscribers from that last video, and I don't know why, but thank you. Everyone that's new, everyone's here for the first time, second time, welcome. This is my kingdom. I try to post weekly, and I will endeavor to do a better job of that. And I don't know what I'm going to show next week. I have no big comic buying plans, but I didn't this week either, but I bought all that. I may have a problem. All right, everybody well, be safe, and I will see you all soon.